The winds of change are upon us. And here in the city of Anaheim, the winds couldn't be blowing harder. As about an hour or two ago, Shohei Ohtani signs with the LA Dodgers. He is now a Dodger, which is very, very frustrating in the eyes of an Angels fan like me, who's followed the team for many years. But in an age and an era of an 8-9 year playoff drought, you soon lose faith in the system. And it's very frustrating to see that. I mean, granted, yes, it's good to see the LA teams win, right? But what's even more local is the Angels. We're just down the road. I live on the same street as Angel Stadium. And I'm also hitting myself too because during the Ohtani years, I have never attended a game. And I regret that because there have been countless times where coworkers have come in and they have seen Shohei and Mike Trout play on the same field. He's been named the MVP of the American League many times, and I'm just beating myself up not seeing him play in the red and white. This was supposed to be a good, fun, right? Nice little day here at Disney, but then this happened, and I just had to talk about it. I just had to talk about it because it's the Angels fumbling talent. They're fumbling. They fumbled Albert Pujols. They fumbled up to that point Mike Trout, but now that Trout had several injuries, so I think we've seen the last of the best of Mike Trout. So when he was paired when they signed Ohtani in 2018, this was great news for all of us, for all these Angel fans everywhere. This is our time to get back to the playoffs, right? Wrong. During the time that Ohtani and Mike Trout shared the field, they never made it to the playoffs. And so the drought continues in now the post-Ohtani era here. So in the past week, as MLB free agency continued on, there were three possibilities that we would have seen. We would have seen A, him re-signing with the Angels, B, the Toronto Blue Jays, and C, of course, the LA Dodgers. And everybody was monitoring there were people tracking the flight of the plane, or tracking the plane that he took to these meetings in free agency, most recently being tracking a plane that was going to Toronto that allegedly had him on it. Well, it didn't have him on it, and there were so many conflicting reports over the last week saying that he's gonna sign with the Blue Jays, he's gonna sign with the Dodgers, he's gonna stay here at the Angels. So there was a lot of confusion, back and forths, and personally frustration because knowing the history of the Angels and Artie Moreno and that organization of disorganization over the last decade plus, it's very frustrating. It very is. It really is. Now, I've considered myself to be an Angels fan, but it's very hard to call myself one, as the Dodgers winning the World Series in 2020, most recently. That was the same year that the Lakers won the ring in 2020 in the NBA bubble. So it's hard to call myself a fan if there hasn't been that many if there hasn't been that success. The perfect tweet by D1 Sure on Twitter X says, the annual Artie Moreno failure checklist signed Albert Pujols, Josh Hamilton, Anthony Rendon to combine 22 years, $624 million worth of contracts, has failed to invest in the minor league system, never made the playoffs with Trout and Ohtani, with a 9-year active playoff drought, which is the longest in the sport of baseball, reclaimed ownership of the team after putting up for sale just last year, failed to trade Ohtani in previous trade deadlines when we were not competitive, went all in at the trade deadline this year only to waive almost every player acquired just to get under the luxury tax, and of course lost Shohei Ohtani to the crosstown rival. He also got a mayor impeached just because of that. So in a game against the Oakland A's, against the Athletics, there were many people that made a push for sell the team. It's about damn time he sells the team. Because as an Angels fan, and I assume every other Angels fan out there agrees with me when I say this, it is about damn time to sell the team. Sell it now. Because you fucked up.